My Side Mattresses. On now.
Showers today at top 14, broadcasting on Wadawurrung Country. Hello, it's Louis with the latest news. The homicide squad is investigating the shooting death of a man at Beechworth in the state's north. His body was found at the front of a property just before 9 last night before police found an injured man in a shed. He has been flown to hospital with serious injuries. Victorian Employment Minister Jala Pulford is the latest Labor MP to announce that they will not contest the next election. Ms Pulford says the time is now to make way for the next generation. Ms Pulford's departure will further reduce the number of experienced ministers in the Andrews government. 4 ministers announced their departure in June. Police are investigating a woman's death in Newcombe. They were called to reports of a body outside a home on Andrew Street at around 7 this morning. They say the death is not being treated as suspicious. Peter Dutton's defended the former Morrison government's economic legacy, claiming that it left the new Labor government in a strong position. Dutton's used his budget reply speech to claim the new government has no idea how to deal with global economic issues. Police are investigating the death of a patient at a Queensland hospital after he was attacked by another patient. The victim suffered critical injuries in Tuesday night's incident at Townsville Hospital. It's not known what led to the flight. Labor's promising funding for the master plan for the Yuyangs and Serendip Sanctuary if it's re-elected. The government says it's about protecting the popular sites while also introducing the new facilities. Barry White from Lara Care Group says he also wants to ensure wildlife returns to Serendip.
If people are visiting here, whether they're local tourists or overseas visitors, and there are large numbers of those come here as well, they expect to see the wildlife, and that's what we want to be able to show them.
And a cruise ship with confirmed COVID cases on board has been given approval to dock in Perth. The Coral Princess isn't saying how many of its 2,000 guests are infected, but says the number is relatively steady.
K-Rock Sport. Geelong Times, your free local newspaper.
Aussie all-rounder Glenn Maxwell's been spotted with the keeping gloves on as news comes out that regular keeper Matthew Wade has tested positive for COVID. A team spokesperson says Wade is showing minor symptoms, but is likely to play in Australia's next match against England, which is tonight at the MCG. Australia has no full-time backup keeper after Josh Inglis injured his hands on the World Cup eve. Aaron Finch and Dave Warner have all put the gloves on during their career. Glenn Maxwell, another option for the Aussies. Sydney AFLW co-captain Brooke Lachlan is remaining optimistic after a winless start in the AFLW. Lachlan says that players understand it'll take some time to establish themselves in the competition.
First game at North Sydney Oval was definitely a highlight and something that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I'm sure the rest of the group will. To have that many fans there feeling like they were
Sixt Car and Truck Rental has arrived in Australia. At Sixt, we go above and beyond. We call it Above and Beyonding.
Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan. 1% less for 2 years.
The Bureau saying showers today and cloudy at top 14. Right now in Geelong, it's 13.